Okay, Gemini, let's have a look at yours of what's happening for the rest of the week. Those of you who are new, welcome. If you are needing a booking, the link is directly below. Okay, now the chakra in your health domain is connected to personal boundaries and healthy boundaries. So it might be that you've got a lot of balancing going on this week. You may need to make a lot of choices and be very truthful to what is going to be important to you. This can be in work, in your love life, or the way I'm feeling it is more connected to work. So it can be that people are needing upon you and you're going to have to make some very, very quick decisions. It can be that you're trying to be protective of something that you're working quietly on behind the scenes. Now, that'll be for some of you. Now, some aspects of choices, some people are encroaching on your style at the moment. Now, this is not connected to a romantic area. So, again, it's a clarification that it can be work-related or personal-related, that people are not respecting your boundaries. Now, again, finances is highlighted, connected to this area, and it might be that you're working very hard. But you're feeling, if you're not careful about how you're moving into this domain, that some secrets may get out and they may actually pinch your work. Now, this will be only for some of you. It just feels you're being very assertive and very protective. Now, it can be due to the chakra being out of balance, although a lot of what is happening in the last week is with the solar flares and the frequencies, we are feeling at times unhinged. So it can be a temporary energy you move through while you're trying to deal with some 3D situations. Now, there is a lack of communication when it comes to your wealth house. Now, this can be miscommunications, lost letters, missing bills. It can also be the art of communication within your field of work can be complicated. It can be that you're needing to talk or transmute information in your work domain, and there can be some problems connected to that. So try and get your throat chakra balanced and eat the blue food groups, and that's going to help manage that chakra and any potential blockages. Now, again, communication is in reverse, so it can be that you're not talking to people or unable to. It might be that you're getting run down, and this is connected to a work environment, not a home-based environment. It might be that you need to work regardless of feeling run down. Also, with some people, it might feel as though what you say falls on deaf ears. So it's like you communicate it, they misinterpret it, and they do something completely different to the way you're seeing that it needs to be communicated. It feels like some cross wires. I'll pull a clarification on that one. Sort of feels like no matter what you do, you've got to do the work. So when it comes down to it, even if you were to communicate and delegate tasks, if you were a boss or are a boss, it feels as though you're going to have to do the job regardless, because it doesn't feel like they're doing it correctly. There's miscommunication there. You're tired, you're run down. This can be mentally during your working hours, or a situation at a financial level is becoming tiresome and there is no judgment made in this part at this point this week. Now, when it comes to your happiness, there's something physically you're not seeing and you're trying to use your intuition connected to it. Now, this can be something that you're really hoping to come to fruition. And it hasn't as yet, but it hasn't ended. So again, all week I've been hearing it's not over till the fat lady sings. It's like there is happiness coming. Intuitively, you may not see it and you might not even be sensing it, but something really good is right around the corner. Even though you haven't heard, it might be you're waiting for a letter, some update connected to a position. Whatever it is that you're waiting for and manifesting in, I feel there is a delay in it, but I am feeling as though the happiness frequency is there, but you're just not going to see it coming. Now, again, what you're not seeing is something that's completely out of left field that is not your responsibility. So it's like you've got the ball rolling with certain aspects and certain domains. They can even be the aspect of the romance house. It is out of your control. So you're thinking maybe you've missed something and you need to do more. And it can even be your opinion of somebody that you feel this person's not taking accountability. There is room for movement and some situation is changing. but there is healing in this department. It may not be seen as yet, but it is it's transpiring and it is changing. So try and be patient. Now, you do have a desire, and this person does have a desire to change. Now, if this is just a 3D situation, it might be waiting for a letter for employment, for instance. It's whatever this is, it's something you're really wanting. And the delay is there. I can see the frustration on both sides, but you've got other things going on that's keeping you quite busy. So although these are things that are in the back of your mind, and they can be in the forefront, it more feels there's a lag in it, but it is coming. Now, what you're drawn to do in a sense of action is focus on your finances and keep moving forward. Abundance is coming, and this is what's going to assist you with a sturdy foundation and avoiding any disasters, so to speak. Now, keep up to date with the aspects of the finances, especially in your home. You know, if you're able to, in your home, connected to your business, because I'm feeling there is a piece of paperwork that has been missing and it can cause a problem. Okay, something is taking your mind elsewhere. Now, this can be love. So the actions you're needing to take is very much focused in one area, but you're really being split in two ways. So it can be family pulling you, love life pulling you, work pulling at you, and it feels like there is a heavier energy this week in one area. Although your heart is wanting to be elsewhere, you just physically can't. Your focus has to be very much on this one given situation. And that can be frustrating you this week where you're trying to get things done. Now, in the domain of love, it can be that due to that, this situation is a little bit unstable because you're tying up loose ends, or it physically could be you're trying to work on this because there is an instability due to external situations going on. Now, in the past tense position, you know, it was a very sturdy, solid situation, a very sturdy, solid way of being. Now, it may have been that this is what you felt the connection was, be it you're with them or you're not. Like, whoever this person is who's coming towards you, this is the frequency that they're physically holding. You're trying to be as ready as possible so that you can get something off the ground. So I feel you're managing several areas at the moment, and there's a lot of balls in the air. You're really having to use your intuition at the moment about how to organise the entire situation. It does feel very rushed energy. Make sure you do everything the way you feel fit, because there might be an aspect of a stagnation. So I feel at this point you can actually focus back on this situation when this is tied up. So I think it's like you sort of like, which one of the lesser evils, so to speak. You're doing the very best you can. I can't leave you like that. Okay, you're waiting for this transformation to come about, but it's driving you bonkers. This can just be a life-related dynamic that you're trying to tie up loose ends, and it can be just people really pulling at you or working very hard, because the transformation's in reverse. Somebody is not wanting to see something a certain way. Okay, now I would have been worried if they were all in reverse, but they're not. Okay, so the transformation is delayed. So something is transforming and it is delayed. The communication, and this is on your side, it might be hard to communicate due to external situations. It's causing you to feel very defeated in some shape or form. You haven't even had time to even feel sorry for yourself during a process of what's going on. And that's really what I'm hearing. It's almost like this person's like, well, and it can be work colleagues and life in general, that it's just not giving you the time to have that self-pity, because you do have a lot going on. This can be in your mind or your 3D life. Now, this person, be it they're with you or they're coming towards you, they're going with the flow with the situation, okay? They're wondering if you do have unconditional love towards them. They feel a little bit confused. They're also trying to use their intuition, and they're at a crossroad at the moment, okay? So whatever is going on between you and this person in mind, they are currently at a crossroad and needing to make a decision. You don't have time for, you know, facing your fears connected to this. And it may be that they feel they want you to bring your wall down, but I don't think it's an intentional thing. I think it's more a 3D situation going on. And look, this energy could be vice versa, so don't shoot the messenger. Love and light.